I know to everybody watching this video who is into knives and EDC, you might be looking at me and think, this shirt shows a lot of cleavage. And it does. And I'm sorry for that. But I don't want to change my shirt because I really want to knock out this video. I've been thinking about this video for, I think, the last like 4 months. And the reason that I'm doing this video is because every time that I've done a live stream or some sort of like interview style podcast, I always get asked, how did I become a full-time videographer? And the quote that comes to mind is a quote that a coach gave me back when I played football. And the quote was, luck is when opportunity meets preparation. And I think that quote sums up how I became a full-time videographer. It kind of sums up my whole videography career. I never went to school for videography. Growing up, I never thought I would become a full-time videographer. I thought I would actually be the manager of some sort of company, working my way up through that system, because from 2012 to 2019, I worked retail. I worked in every possible retail store you can think of, from Tivana to Louis Vuitton to cosmetics at Fresh in Los Angeles. I literally worked everything. I was a personal trainer. I was an online coach as well. Lululemon, wore yoga pants and tank tops everywhere. No different than what I'm wearing now. But it was 2019 when I was working at Louis Vuitton, and a guy came in a Zelda shirt and cargo pants, and nobody was going to help him out, because if you've ever been to Louis Vuitton, you know that it's all about looks, unfortunately. But I decided to talk to him, and after getting to know him for a little bit, I found out that his name was Scott Herman, a fitness YouTuber who has been on the platform for over 10 years doing YouTube videos, and he had about, I think, 1.5 million subscribers, close to 2 million subscribers at the time that I met him. And when I met him, I told him that I also did YouTube. I picked up a camera in 2012, a Canon T3i, that I used for photography for maybe a month, and then I stored it away and never used it again. But it wasn't until 2016 that I picked the camera up again and started uploading YouTube videos, which you guys can scroll down all the way to the bottom of my channel, and you can see some of those really scary, just cringe-worthy videos. But at that time, I was trying to become a full-time YouTuber. And unfortunately, that failed. I got too busy with work. I did a lot of bodybuilding competitions. But when I met Scott, the opportunity came up to work with him. I filmed the first video on an iPhone, on his iPhone, and we posted that to YouTube, and it did fairly well. And we kind of just kept in contact throughout the time that he was here, which ended up moving down here fully. He built a house and everything like that. But what ended up happening was that one video led into another video, and it was a lot of free work at first. The first like 10-15 videos that I did for Scott were completely free. He didn't pay me. And then we got to the point where he offered to pay me. Now, at the time, I was still working retail. I was still working at the gym, so I couldn't just drop everything and go work with Scott full time. But that was how I got my feet wet. That's how I learned how to edit. That's how I learned how to film better videos. And even if you look back at my video work in 2019, it was very amateur. I didn't know anything about lighting. I didn't know anything about presets or anything like that. It was a matter of grabbing footage and just uploading it to YouTube. Now, a couple of years go by, 2 years to be exact, and the work that I was doing for Scott got out there. It got into the world. People were seeing it. I met a friend of mine at the gym, Adam Ivy, who does music on YouTube. And because of him, I was able to jump into this full time. He sat me down and offered me a position to work for him full time, covering my expenses that I had at the time. I dove right into it. So that kind of evolved into seeing the possibilities of doing this full time for when working for other people. So when I jumped into this, the intention was not to go full time. It was a matter of doing some free work and really testing the waters with what I could understand, with what I could learn and provide for other people. So my videography career is not the normal person's route where you go to school and you learn from it and you start working with a company and then you move on through the ranks. Mine was just pure luck. When Scott Herman came up to me, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with a video camera, and it led to having a successful career. The follow-up question to that is, how do I become a full-time videographer? And with what I know now, in my personal opinion, it's about being prepared for any possible outcome that could come your way. You know, you have your camera, you're taking photos, you're doing videos for yourself on YouTube. Who says that somebody doesn't watch that and say, man, I want that for my company. I want that for myself, for my brand, for my audience. So really prepare yourself for the opportunities that can come your way. Because yes, you might not get a lot of paid work in the very beginning, and you might not have the most amazing gear that you think you need to provide high quality videos, but to somebody else, your work matters to them. To somebody else, they see your work and they think, man, I could really use this to promote my brand further, to really push my ideas, and your creative eye is going to be very different than everybody else's. So if you want to become a full-time videographer, I can't stress it enough to learn as much as you possibly can. You don't even have to pay for courses. There's a lot of free information out on YouTube right now. Look at Peter McKinnon, for example, tons of free information on his channel to learn how to edit. There's a lot of great videographers out there giving you guys these tools to really teach yourselves how to be prepared for these opportunities. And number two, make sure that you're connecting with people. Social media is your biggest tool, and it's really unfortunate that some people don't use it to their advantage. Reach out to small businesses, reach out to other fitness influencers, to musicians, reach out to a bunch of people and get some free work under your belt. I know some people don't want to do any free work because it doesn't pay, but I'll be completely honest with you guys. Without doing any sort of free work, you're not going to build a resume. You're not going to have anything to show other people besides your own work, which can definitely work, but you want to show that you know how to work with others. So reach out to people, do some free work, start building up that resume so that way when these opportunities come up, you have something to show for it. So that's pretty much how I got started in videography. Like I said, it's a kind of unique story, at least to me it is. And I hope that anybody that wants to become a videographer, you really go after it. You get yourself prepared for any opportunity that may come your way. And at the end of the day, I'm here to help as much as I can. So drop some comments down below with any other questions that you guys want to ask me about my videography career. It's been a hell of a ride, a crazy experience, and I'm really excited to create some more awesome stuff, not only for myself, but for other people. Smash that like button if you liked some of this real life talk videos, and subscribe if you want to see more EDC content, more video content. I really like to diversify everything on this channel to give you guys a little bit of everything. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.